So in the last 90 days, I set myself an insane challenge. I wanted to know if it was possible to build another $1 million brand and scale it from 0 to 100K a month in just 90 days. I documented everything for you guys. The wins, the losses, the challenges. It's all gonna be in here raw and uncut. Plus, I made the promise to myself to go bald if I don't succeed. And that no matter what happened, I would still upload this video. So guys, we just arrived in Yiwu market. This is definitely an option, guys. So I'm gonna try to negotiate price with her right now, but I think this is the one. I actually took the product with me from China. We have the hair curling iron. Obviously, if you guys can see, the supplier gave it to me for free. Without further ado, we came back home with a mission. We're gonna build a store and we're gonna run it up. My goal for the store is to get it in $100,000 within a month. I already bought a shaving thing here, just to be sure if I have to do it. Actually, it's a pretty good product, by the way, but here I have a shaving thing for my head. And if that wasn't hard enough, I had no access to my team, no paid resources, nothing. Just me on my own with a laptop trying to prove that with the right system, anyone can get rich. And I wasn't even really sure if it was even possible. So the first challenge was finding a name for the brand. This is where most people waste so much time going back and forth trying to pick the perfect name. And the truth is that it doesn't really matter. As long as it sounds like it sorta fits your niche, is good enough. Overanalyzing your competitors and overthinking every single detail just takes time away from the shit that actually matters. So obviously with AI nowadays, why would I come up with something myself? First thing I did, I just opened a ChatGPT prompt and I asked ChatGPT, hey chat, give me 10 brand name ideas for a new woman's hair brand I want to start. Make the name elegant, luxe and easy to pronounce. One word. So ChatGPT just gave me 10 ideas for this new hair curling product. Here we have first one, Velura, Sylvie, Ovira, Lunara sounds very nice. I like the word Lunara because it's easy to pronounce, easy to remember, and it's easy to brand as well. Not too long, not too short, and it just sounds nice in the words. Lunara, Lunara Beauty, or Lunara Hair, something like that. I like this one the most. So what I recommend all of you guys do as well. Look, I took maybe 3 minutes to get this name, and I wouldn't overthink it. It sounds nice. Let's go for it. Perfect is the enemy of the profitable. I learned that the hard way with my first brand. I spent way too long stressing about the details and trying to make a perfect product instead of making money and fine-tuning that shit later. And your brand name doesn't make or break your business, believe me. Your execution does. So you need to save your energy for what actually moves the needle. So it only took me 2 minutes on ChatGPT and I had the name. Now I have to start the real work. Actually building the store without my team, without any developers, without any of the advantages I normally have. And you might think that you need to be some super skilled developer or something, but you don't. You have to keep it simple. You have to use the templates. You can always upgrade things later. Okay guys, it's taking a little longer than expected. I've been working on this store for the past 3 hours. I now finally have the homepage pretty much done. Homepage, and I got the basics of the product page. I obviously want to make a converting store because at the end of the day, you can run the best ads ever and get the best possible visitors. But if your website doesn't convert, there's nobody who's going to buy your product. That's why I always spend a lot of time building a store and making sure that everything looks good, because without it, you're just never going to succeed. And that's why you never want to rush the process. But yeah, my head is so cooked. I need something and I have an idea. Thank you, bro. Thank you, sir. Fuck. Come on, man. This is actually the moment which separates people who make millions from people who make excuses. So when your brain is fried and you want to quit, do you find a way to push through or do you give up? Success isn't about talent or using fancy tools. It's about the person who just doesn't give up, no matter what happened to him. So guys, after hours of work, we're finally done and here it is. Ta-da! I'm gonna show you guys the store. Look, this is the homepage. Homepage is pretty basic. I used a pretty basic theme on Shopify, which every one of you guys can easily get for free. The thing is, the product page is obviously the most important part because we're gonna send our traffic to the product page. So when we're gonna run ads, we wanna send all traffic to the product page directly because that's the easiest way for people to convert. You can see where I'm investing my time and energy. I don't really care how pretty it looks, as long as it converts. Most people don't even know the difference between a good-looking store and the one that makes money. Your store doesn't need to win design awards. It needs to turn visitors into buyers. So I spend most of my time on the product page because that's where money gets made. And now with the store built, now came the part that separates winners from the losers, the ads. Alright, stores built, product page optimized. Now comes the part that makes or breaks everything. the ads. And most people think you need to be some creative genius or hire some expensive agency. That's bullshit. You just need to use the right strategy. So I showed you guys what I've done the past hours. Look at this. So I've literally just been ripping 11 different TikToks.
Wow. You love the look of a bouncy blow, but you hate natural curls. Let me
so
know in the
easy.
comments.
All I've done is literally go to TikTok. I looked up this product. I found all the content on TikTok and I found 11 different TikToks and I just run them up as ads. Only thing I've done, I see different kinds of girls, different kinds of people. You guys see it. And then and obviously the ad just runs directly. I made an Instagram page as well. I made a Facebook page and then the ad directly runs to the product page. Very simple. And this is the strategy most people are too lazy to do. Find what's already working and adapt it. TikTok is an absolute goldmine of user-generated content. People are already making thousands of videos about products like mine. I just need to find the best ones and test them. Now I need to get these creatives into Facebook and set up the campaigns. And I'm keeping it that simple. Advantage plus campaigns, broad targeting, let the Facebook algorithm do the heavy lifting. The countries we're going to target are going to be Australia, Belgium, Canada, Switzerland, Germany, Spain, France, United Kingdom, Ireland, Italy, Netherlands, New Zealand and Portugal. And as you guys can see in here, I put 11 different creatives under it. So the creatives which I've basically got are just TikToks. I ripped the TikToks. I made a page, I let ChatGPT write the description. So I just had 11 different creatives which I just ripped online. I targeted multiple countries with $50 a day budget and I'm not overthinking this. I just test fast, scale what works and kill what doesn't. That's the entire strategy. And here's what separates the amateurs from the pros. I know most of these ads will fail, but that's expected. I'm not looking for all 11 to work. I'm looking for 1 or 2 winners that I can scale. Obviously, I'm setting it for, I still have to set the pricing though. Today it is, right now it's 2 a.m. I was about to go to bed. 2 a.m., setting up campaigns, ready to launch. And this is what building a business actually looks like. Not the highlight reel bullshit you see on Instagram where people go to Bali, drink a coconut and chill the whole day, work 30 minutes a week. Believe me, that shit is all a lie. Real work happens when everyone else is sleeping. The ads are scheduled to go live in 8 minutes. So for me it's time to go to bed. The ads were scheduled, the campaigns were ready, everything was set to go live. Tomorrow I'd wake up and see if this random hair curler could actually make money. And I had no idea what was about to hit me. I wake up expecting to see my first sales, maybe a few orders overnight. Instead, I get the most humbling experience ever in business. I thought I had everything ready, but I couldn't be more wrong. So guys, it's the next day and the sales are at 0. And also 0 sessions because there's an issue with the ad account. I was like the whole day like, huh? Like, why are there no sales? I didn't get any notification or something. I was just working on my other stuff. And like, bro, what the fuck? The product works, the product page is great. I just checked the ad manager and yeah, I just didn't spend any penny. I'm gonna relaunch it, fix some, probably use a different ad account, kind of fix the issue. Ad account, 0 spent, 0 sales, 0 fucking notification. And I'm not gonna lie, it humbled me real quick. You can do everything right and still get punched in the face on day 1. And most people quit here because they take it personally. But failure is just one step closer to success. We don't let failure stop us, ever. Day 1 failed, day 2, well, you'll see. So guys, I was about to go to sleep. I checked the store. So it is right now at 91 pounds. So this equates to $120, which is pretty solid because I just checked the ad manager because we spent 40 bucks, which is approximately like $44 on ads. And we got $120 in sales, which means, quick math, we got a 2.7 ROAS today. This is where amateurs get excited about vanity metrics. First thing I did, I calculated the real numbers because ROAS and profit margins are what determine if you have a business or just an expensive hobby. I can get the product including shipping for $12 per piece. We sold 3 pieces today, which means we have 36 bucks in cost of goods, $44 in ad spend, around $4 in payment processing fee. So we actually left today with $36 in profit. Today is the very first profitable day. Unfortunately, I'm not able to pay my rent, to pay any of my lifestyle with the $36, but it's a start. Okay, I had 36 bucks in profit. Sounds like nothing, right? But those numbers told me everything I needed to know. With 30% margin and a 2.6 ROAS, I had very healthy metrics. The math was working. Now I could see which of those 11 creators was actually making me money. And remember, I was testing multiple videos from TikTok. Most would fail, but I only needed 1 winner. This is the creative which got $26.7 in spend today. I got actually 3 sales out of this one creative. It took all the spend. Look at this.
Of hair to look amazing every single time with minimal effort. You need this hair tool. Just watch what it does for my hair. If you love that blowout look and volume, you need this hair tool.
So that's the creative which got most of the spend today. Literally ripped off of TikTok, not gonna lie. So we're gonna see tomorrow if we can scale this baby up or if we actually have a loser here. Today was profitable, so let's see tomorrow. And there it is, $27 spent, 3 sales. That's what happens when you find content that already works instead of trying to create it from scratch. And believe me, I've been in that position before with my own brand where I tried to reinvent the wheel and tried to make all the content myself. I even did photo shoots at my home, in my bedroom, and I tried to figure everything out by myself. Well, I could just use all the content that was already existing online and save myself so much money and time. So right now we got the very first profit of the day, but I want to at least right now let it run for 2 more days to see if we're actually profitable for 2 days before we're actually going to start scaling. Because if we're going to start scaling right now, it could be a lucky day. So obviously we don't want to be dependent on luck. So we're going to see tomorrow what the results are going to be. And this is the moment where a lot of people get overly excited. But here's the truth. One profitable day could be luck. It isn't any proof yet. You need consistent data before scaling or you could just end up burning your money. And what happened next was when things got really crazy. Every single day was about to become a new record. And I was about to scale this shit to the fucking moon. But would it be enough to win this challenge? At this point, it was impossible to tell. So after proving the concept works with that first profitable day, it was time to scale. But scaling isn't just throwing more money at ads. It's systematically optimizing what I can see working. It's not any guesswork. I like to gamble, but not on this.
So guys, it's a couple of days later and I scaled up the ads. Okay, so I upped the budget on ads. And guys, we are actually cooking. Look at this shit. $200, bro. What the fuck? Look at this shit. We've scaled up the ads. This is a W. Look, 400% growth. Shit is doing well, bro. Look at it, 4.5% conversion rate. And what we just did is I split up the campaigns into some more countries and I scaled up the main campaign, which is getting all the sales from $50 towards $100. So we're already at like $70 spent. We're already at $200 in revenue, bro. Let's fucking go, bro.
This is what systematic growth looks like. Not hoping for viral moments, but doubling down on what's already working. I just doubled the budget from $50 to $100 because the data supported it.
Finally, first $500 day. Even though other stores are printing, I'm still happy to see this because we put a lot of effort into this and we had to change the offer.
And notice what I said. We had to change the offer. This wasn't passive growth. I had to optimize the pricing, add urgency elements, make the deal more irresistible. And every breakthrough required learning from the data and making smart changes. Not just throwing more money at it and hoping for the best.
Yesterday, when I came back, I made some changes to the brand. We changed the offer. We added some urgency to the store. The thing is, there's a high likelihood that the product doesn't really work right off the bat, right? So the first thing we do is we change the offer. Okay, we change the offer, we make the offer more of a no-brainer deal. Okay, so from $50, I changed the price to $40.
I made it more of a no-brainer deal. And that's what took us from break-even to profitable. I didn't just make better ads, I also make better offers. Because I want you guys to know, one of the first things I'm doing when I'm around break even, sometimes profitable, sometimes not profitable, is I change the offer. Because it doesn't matter how good of a traffic I send to my store. If it doesn't fucking convert, nothing is gonna happen. So I could give you guys 1,000 tips on your product page. The best tip I could give you, which will make 90% of your difference, is do you have a no-brainer deal on your website? If your offer is just not of a no-brainer deal, then people are not gonna buy it. Because they're getting bombed with thousands of ads every single day on their Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok feed. They're like, bro, why the fuck do they need your product? But if they see your ad, okay, your ad's actually very good, it speaks to them, then they go to the product page and they see a no-brainer deal, there's urgency, the offer ends tonight, bang, you have the sale. That's how we do it. One of the first things we're changing because we're trying to scale further is we changed the offer. We made the perceived discounts much better. We didn't even change the price that much. We just dropped it by $10 and bang, that's all we needed to scale further. Because after we changed the offer, the conversion rate suddenly went crazy. Then came the milestone that most people in this business never actually get to see, $1,000 day. And this is where shit gets real.
Let's go, guys. We just had a new record. Almost 1K. For sure today we're gonna hit 1K. Now my goal is hit a new record day every single day. That's the goal. From 0 to 1K days within 2 weeks. This is all the proof you need that this shit is still alive and well. Bro, we have to do one more sale, then we're at 1K a day. We get half an hour left. Bro, I'm so down bad, I'm even gonna take the limitless pill. I'm not gonna sleep if we don't close off above 1K today. Guys, the limitless pill helped because look at this. Let's fucking go, man! Today, 1K! Yes, sir! First 1K day for the brand. What a fucking W. Oh my god, I'm actually very happy. Obviously, I've done it a lot of times, but it's still a milestone because it took a bit longer for this one to happen. 26 orders. Let's scale this baby up. Record day after record day. It's time to sleep now, guys, but it's very fucking excited about this. Good night, guys.
26 people bought this hair curler in one single day. But more importantly, This validated that the system was working at scale. And at this point, it wasn't about hoping for sales anymore. It was about optimizing the systems. So at this point of time, most people would celebrate and get comfortable. But I had to double down. I've been doing the math in my head and I was still miles fucking away from winning the challenge. We were still so far to go. And you know what the sad thing is? Most people will never hit $1,000 in a day. You know why? Because they're doing this shit the hard way. They're guessing, they're testing randomly. They're burning money on ads that don't even work. They just don't have the experience to make smart decisions. I just showed you guys weeks of struggle, failed tests, and grinding through problems that I've already solved 100 times. This actually took me longer than expected because I couldn't use my team. I couldn't use any of the systems I've built. All my Winner Circle members get access to my complete playbook of everything I've learned over the past 6 years, crushing it in ecom. They get direct access to my team to fix problems in real time. They get access to proven creative strategies, proven scaling methods, and a network of other ecom entrepreneurs who are all winning together. My students just skip straight to the results, while everyone else just figuring out the basic shit. And the truth is that most people will never figure out what they need to do on their own. There are just way too many moving parts, and just one mistake can make you want to quit. That's why the smartest thing you can do is learn from somebody who's already done it, who's found out what works, who's actually built the systems and strategies that are proven to work for over 300 plus people already. And if I had access to what's inside the Winner Circle, I could do this shit blindfolded. But I had to do it the hard way for this documentary. And the hard way was way more of a challenge than I expected. Because what would happen next would either prove that my strategies actually work and I could turn this random hair curler into a multi-million-dollar brand, or leave my reputation trashed and my hair gone. It was time to see how far this thing could really go.
New fucking record day. Let's fucking go. $2,000 new record day. And bro, I'm so happy about this, to be honest, bro. I've been posting on my story about it as well. 1 step backwards, 2 steps forward. We scaled up the ads, we optimized the ads, and bang, bro, at $2.1 thousand a day.
$2,000 days consistently. But listen to what I'm saying. We optimized the ads. Every breakthrough we had came from systematic testing and optimization, not wishful thinking or luck. And here's what was really driving these results. When I found that winning creative, I didn't just scale it, I multiplied it.
If we look down, we have this one, number 14, this ad, which I literally just ripped and added some comments to it as well. It's literally doing so like $260 spent and got 14 sales on 2 ROAS. And now we want to check the actual ad and see what we can change to it. With this particular ad, I'm probably just gonna use the same ad and I'm gonna change the hook. I've seen it many times with my own brands and also with students of mine where we literally, okay, the ad has promising metrics, but we just, like, it's not getting any sales. So what we can just do is, instead of just turning it randomly off, we can literally just add a different hook. We can change the hook, we can maybe change the call to action in the end, maybe we can cut out some shots so it's higher dopamine video. And believe me, if you make these kind of changes, sometimes you see the ad suddenly like blowing up and doing very well.
This is the difference between amateurs and pros. When you find a creative that's a winner, you don't just scale the budget. You create 10 different variations, different hooks, different angles, different calls to action. That's how you multiply success instead of just scaling your ads. I knew it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to win a challenge, and it wasn't enough to build $1 million business. And the creatives seem to be stable for now. But in this game, they could die at a moment's notice and kill all your momentum. The pressure started to get higher and higher because we started to get to the end of the challenge. And I was starting to wonder if the creatives would actually hold up or burn out. And if the ROAS started dropping, I was going to be in serious trouble and I might have to say goodbye to my hair. The momentum was building every single day, but it could also disappear overnight. Because if one of my ads started to tank, it could really set me back a long way.
You should see scaling as if you're climbing a mountain. What do you do if you climb a mountain? You secure your position and then you start going for your next position. And it's the same with scaling. Right now we're trying to secure a 1K position, hopefully 1.3K a day position, and then we're going to go to 1.5 and then go to 2K a day and then establish our new minimum there.
And this is actually the mindset that took me to the next level. Because you guys have to see scaling like climbing a mountain. Whenever you're climbing a mountain, you have to secure your position before you go to the next position. And most people try to jump from their base camp to the summit and fall off the cliff. And I knew that if I made that mistake, it was game over. But sometimes, even when it feels like you're getting everything right, you can still slip and fall.
So, especially now because the tariffs are gone in the US for now, I would start it in the big 5. So the big 5 are US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. If you're not active in these big 5 countries, then it's very hard to go towards very big numbers.
The big 5 strategy was crucial for breaking through to the next level for me. So at some point I was selling into Australia, the UK, Canada, New Zealand, and even to the USA, which started to do really well. And one thing I did is I focused on these countries, because focus beats complexity every time. Instead of trying to conquer 20 different markets, I was trying to dominate 5 profitable ones. And that's how you scale without losing your mind. mind. So after I successfully launched to the big 5, the numbers started to go up fast. And I was just wondering if it was going to be enough. We've gotten on a plateau of $5,000 per day, but in order for me to go to $10,000 per day, I have to make a lot of changes. I have to add more upsells. I have to fix a lot of stuff. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna go into the lab to make this go to $10,000 per day, because I have a new goal. I wanna hit 10K day one time. It's just a 2x from here. I believe I can hit it. Yeah, and even at 5K days, more than most people make in a fucking month. I was already thinking about the 10K days. And that's the mindset difference. While others are celebrating milestones, winners are already planning for the next breakthrough. So after months of grinding, testing, optimizing and scaling this random hair color from China, so I know you're thinking, did I do it? Did I build a 100K per month business with nothing but free tools? Where are my ads enough? Did the creators hold on, or did they burn out and tank my results? Did I actually prove that this business model works for anyone, or did I go bald? And shit, bro. This might have started out as a bit of fun, but the stakes were real. My reputation, my credibility, my hair, everything was on the line. Alright, the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Did I build a 100K a month business with a product I found live in China, or did I go bald? I'm about to show it to you guys right now. Of course I didn't go bald. What the fuck did you guys think? Come on guys, you guys think I was gonna go bald? Bro, not only did I hit the goal, I fucking smashed it. Bro, I even used the hair curler on my own hair. I am going to show you guys on my laptop what actually happened. Let me just fix my hair quickly. Or should I just wear the hat again? Oh fuck it, I'll just wear the hat again. I like the hat, it's lucky. Thank you. So as you guys see in front of me in here, I'm in the Lunara store at the moment. The goal obviously was to hit $100,000 in 30 days. So in here we see I did $140,000. So unfortunately in this video I cannot go into every single part in detail because the video will be way too long. But I do have a separate e-com channel where I'm gonna make a breakdown. By the way, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, you are missing out on the craziest e-com sauce ever. I'm sharing advice which people charge thousands of dollars for basically free on the channel. So I'll put the link in the description for you guys to subscribe on that channel. In this video, I'll try to share as much as I can. We started here. This was the beginning of the month. We started to do $2,000 a day stably. Then bang, we went all the way up in here for the record, which was $7,700. As you guys see, the average order value was pretty stable. 4.5% conversion rate, which was very fucking healthy. We had 15% add to cart, 8% re-checkout, 4.5% complete checkout, very fucking healthy. As you guys can see, the most of the traffic came from Australia, which was working really well, and also as well of the United States. This was basically our bestseller, was working the best. We had 3,000 orders and $140,000 in revenue. So I hear you guys thinking, okay, you've done this in revenue, but what's actually the profit? I'm gonna show you guys everything in here, raw, unfiltered. So I just made a P&L in front of me. This is actually a template which me and my students all use to calculate our monthly or daily profit. All you guys have to do is comment the word win in this comment section on this YouTube video. Other than that, as you guys can see, I put in all the costs we made and the end profit. So we spent around $68,000 on meta advertising. We spent $46,000 on cost of goods in total. Then the revenue was $140,000, as you guys saw in the previous sheet. We had $450 in returns. We are left with $24,000 in profit. And this is all in 30 days. We're left with 17.5% profit margin. So as you guys know, for the guys who are already in e-com, 17.5% is very healthy. I didn't even optimize the metrics yet because I didn't have time to. I didn't optimize the average order value. I didn't add much upsells. I didn't test creatives which I could make myself. I literally ripped all content that already existed online. I didn't even make content myself. I didn't even do any photo shoots myself. All the images I used on Lunara Hair are just AI generated. I didn't even do any real photo shoots. I didn't use any models, nothing. And I still did $25,000 in profit. Imagine if I would spend a couple of months on this and do it properly with the winner circle. So all in all, we're left with $24,728 in profit. And it's not bad for just 30 days. And if this isn't enough proof for all of you guys that all these strategies just work, I don't know what will. From a random hair curler I picked up in China to a business generating over 100K in 30 days. The peak days even over $7,000 per day. And I did it all by using the same free tools that you have access to right now. But there's one major difference between you and me. I had experience. And it doesn't fucking matter where you're from, how old you are, what gender you are, as long as you have the right mentor who's been there and done it to guide you. And let me tell you something that some people just can't accept. What I just did in a few months, most people will never do in their entire lives. Not because they don't have the tools, not because they don't have the opportunity, but because they don't know what to do. And you want to know why 95% of people actually fail at e-commerce? Because they think it's about finding the perfect product, the perfect ad, the perfect everything, and that's just bullshit. Because success is about having the right knowledge when problems hit. And problems will hit. And even with all my experience, I still hit failures. I still hit setbacks. And I still had to grind through that shit that would make most people quit. And the only reason I didn't quit is because I've been through this 100 times. I know what to do when failure hits and how to make the right changes. You don't. And it only takes 1 or 2 mistakes and you could be done. Here's what's going to happen if you're going to try to do this alone. You're going to spend 6 months testing random products that just don't work. You're going to burn through at least $5,000 in ad spend learning basic shit the hard way. You're going to waste a year of your life and thousands of dollars learning lessons I could teach you in a few weeks. And at the end of that year, you'll either quit broke and defeated, or you'll finally realize you need someone who actually knows what the fuck they're doing. My students in the winner circle understand that winning is all about using a proven playbook and making the right moves at the right time. While you're burning money on random product tests, they know exactly how to use my proven method to validate the product within weeks, not years. And while you're guessing which creative is gonna work, they're using my exact framework that generated me millions. And while you're stuck doing $100 a day, wondering why you can't scale, they're hitting their first $1,000 a day in their first month. And believe me, they're not any smarter than you. They're not luckier than you. They just have better information, proven information. And here's what you get inside the winner circle that you can't get anywhere else. You get direct access to me. Not some support team, not some VA, me. When you're stuck, I solve your problem personally. You get my complete $1 million store playbooks. You get the exact systems I use to build and scale businesses right now, not 2 years ago. You have live problem solving calls every single week where I take your specific situation and give you the exact next steps to scale. You get access to my private supplier network that gives you advantages that your competitors won't have. You get access to the exact creative framework that I use that have generated me already millions of sales. And last but not least, I also teach you our scaling strategies, which will take you from your first dollar in e-commerce to your very first $100,000 month. And even if you're already in e-com and already doing good revenue, I can help you scale to the next level. But know this isn't a course you watch and hope for the best. This is direct access to someone who's built dozens of multi-million-dollar brands and is still building them today. Because remember, time is the one thing you can't get back. While you're spending the next year trying to figure this out by yourself, my students are building life-changing businesses. While you're making the mistakes that I made 5 years ago, they're implementing the strategies that work today. And every day you delay is money left on the table. And every month you waste trying to do this alone is a month you could have been building generational wealth. And the market is not going to wait for you to figure this out. The window of opportunity for this easy money in e-commerce is not forever. And I'm going to tell you something that most gurus want. This business is hard. It requires skills, it requires knowledge, and you need to be able to make the right decisions under pressure. If you ask my honest opinion, I don't think you're going to make it with free courses on the internet. It's just going to be too hard because everyone has the same information as you. You need real mentorship from someone who's actually doing it.
I started following this Alex Chen guy.
That brought you from 20k a month, okay, all the way to 450k a month, which is crazy in 3 months.
If there's a human out there who's done it, I'm human too.
So here's the deal. You have 2 choices. Choice 1, keep doing what you're doing. Keep watching videos, keep buying courses, keep hoping that the next piece of free content will be the magic bullet. Waste the next year learning everything the hard way. Choice 2, join these people right here and hundreds of others who have literally transformed their lives with the winner circle.
After that, doing 1K was like our
Baseline.
baseline.
You get direct access to the playbooks and the person who's me who just proved that this system works. You skip years of the trial and error and start building real results today.
I think I went from 0 to around 10K.
And I can't make this decision for you. You have to be willing to execute and put these proven strategies into action. But what I can tell you is this. If you're not willing to invest in the right knowledge and the right mentorship, you're not serious about building a real business. The winner circle is a machine where we turn normal people into serious e-commerce entrepreneurs. It's where excuses go to die and real businesses get built. The question now for you is, are you ready to stop watching from the sidelines and start playing the game to fucking win? This random product that I found live in China just made me 6 figures in just 3 months without any access to everything you get in the winner circle. If I can do that with nothing, imagine what you can do with the right guidance and access to everything inside. The link is down below to apply. And if you're serious about winning, you know what to do. See you inside.